All right. All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Britton. It's my privilege to host today's Autauga County Winter Sports Media Day. I will be talking to all the programs around the county, several different sports. So it's going to be a great day, a lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in. Those of you watching us live on Facebook or a little bit later on, we're so glad that you're here. Thanks so much to the folks with the county that put this on today. We're going to have a great time, meet some coaches and athletes. Stay tuned. We'll be back with just a little bit more in just a moment. All right, welcome back in, folks. Our first team that we're meeting with today, the Billingsley High School Bears men's basketball team, led by Coach Tyson McLean. Coach, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Man, so glad to have you guys. I want to just come down the line and want you to just introduce yourselves, give your name and your position. We'll just start from my left, working across to the right.
I'm Caden Cotton, and I'm a guard.
Jake Rollinson, center.
Kyle Boyce, shooting guard.
All right, good deal. Well, Coach McLean, you're no stranger to Autauga County sports. You've been around here just a year or two, I guess, or coaching a year or two around here for a good little while, too.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you talk about your history coaching basketball?
Well, I've coached at Billingsley before. I was there back sometime before. I don't know, a lot of people may know I left there, came to Prattville for a few years, and then going back to Billingsley and picking up boys basketball again there. So we're excited to be back and excited to get the season going.
Yeah, give us a little recap on last year. How'd last year go?
Last year, we had some good things go for us. We lost some close games. There in the area tournament, Drew Maplesville, who wound up winning our area tournament, and kind of had them beat right there till the fourth quarter, and I guess they made a few plays and we didn't.
Yeah.
Some things just didn't go our way there, and wound up, losing in that. But was able to play them real close, and they went on and made a little run there. So, we're looking forward to the challenge of this year.
Good deal. Caden, let's come to you, man. What year in school are you as well? You said the guard. I didn't get your year.
I'm a senior.
Senior, all right. Well, talk to us a little bit about, have you been around the program a few years, I take it?
Yeah, I have. This is my first time starting the.
Well, fantastic. Well, talk to us a little bit about your career as a Billingsley Bear.
Yeah, like I said, this is my first time starting, and I've been coming off the bench like 6-man. I'm really good, like a defensive player than offense, but yeah.
I gotcha. All right, cool. And then we got Jake. All right, Jake, senior as well, I'll take it, or I have on my notes here. Talk about your career as a Billingsley Bear.
Just played 3 years, started off 3 years, big man. No one can stop me again.
Oh, there it is. All right. So, what type of player? I mean, do you like to face up, back to the basket? What's your sweet spot?
He does it.
Doesn't matter.
Don't let him lie to you. He likes to shoot at three. Like all those other big men.
Everybody these days wants to shoot at 3, right? Can he make them though, Coach?
It depends on the night.
He said no. All right. And then Kyle, senior as well. How long have you been playing basketball?
I've been starting varsity since 8th grade year.
Oh wow. Okay.
Shooting guard. I'm all around the floor. Defense player, offense player.
Great. This is to anybody. Y'all have to decide who's going to speak up. 3 seniors. I mean, talk about leadership a little bit. What that means to the program. Your role in that.
The younger guys, they look up to us practice and stuff. When we're like doing drills, take it serious so that they don't see us just messing around as a joke. Take it serious because practice how you play.
I like it. Anybody else got something to add to that? How about expectations for the coming season? Tell us about some goals.
Make more shots. We gotta make more shots.
Yeah.
And smarter decisions.
I like it. Jake, how about team-wise? What are some goals for the season?
You gotta play hard and just play as a team.
I gotcha. Caden, how about area-wise? I mean, like area championship, go state, that kind of thing. Is that something that's on the radar? Something you like to do?
Yeah, hopefully we can win the area this year and, like you said, make it a state and win.
Yeah, fantastic. Coach, I'm going back to you for a minute. I know every coach has his style of play, or his or her style of play that they want to play. If you had your druthers, what kind of style are you guys going to get on the court and put out there?
You know, I'm a little different than maybe some coaches. I just want to play whatever gives our guys a chance to win.
Sure.
There are nights that we're going to be able to run with other people, and there are some nights that we're going to have to slow it down just because, you know, we got to take advantage of what we can do versus what the defense allows us to do. So I'm not one of those guys that's going to beat my head against the wall and say we've got to throw up, 53s or whatever the case may be. We're going to try to do whatever the defense allows us to do, whatever the other team. We want to take advantage of what their weaknesses are. So if it's getting up and down the floor, then that's what we're going to do that night. If it's slow it down, we're going to be able to do that as well. I think that we just got to play small.
Whatever it takes to win.
Whatever it takes to win. I believe in that a lot.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. As you start the season, there's not a whole lot of tape on other teams. As the season goes on, is that something you do? Do you as a team, do you analyze video on another team and formulate a game plan? Or?
We do. Maybe not as much as like a football would, because you don't really exchange film a lot. But through the NFHS network now, you've got film on anybody if you want it. A lot of teams, they got their games out there and everything. So we are able to kind of look at that, and then, we kind of know what our area opponents kind of are going to do. We're kind of familiar with them after being in the area with them last year, so we do have some type of idea of what we think they're going to do.
Yeah, and now from a coach's perspective, what's the ceiling for this team this year? I mean, what do you think? I mean, I know everybody wants to win it all.
Everybody wants to win it all, but that's only going to be one team.
Right.
I think that for us, I think we're still kind of getting the program established.
Sure.
I think that we can compete to get in the playoffs. Compete for the area. That's a good goal for us.
Yeah.
And then you just take it however it comes in. I don't want to set a goal. I don't want to set them too low. Obviously, our goal, we're starting the season, we want to win the state championship.
Come on.
That's the goal.
Right.
But we got to be realistic about things too, and we have some other goals as well. Just making it in is down the road. That's a good goal for us too.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about your coaching staff. I think you got a new addition that's from the county.
We do. Maybe a lot of people are familiar with Jason Fisher's coming out with us. He was at
Probably the ugliest looking coach. No, I'm kidding. Tell me.
Not near as good looking as I am anyway, but he's going to be able to help us out a lot, and he's really been a help to us because we've been able to practice some basketball, even though football is still going on.
Yeah.
So that's been a big help because I'm still out with football a lot during the time. So he's been able to take our basketball and the guys that are not football players and kind of get a head start on practice. So that's been a big help for us this year.
Fantastic.
I also have, I don't believe anybody else, I also have Grant Beavers back with us. He helped me last year. He's kind of familiar with the way we want to do things, so that'll be a help as well.
Fantastic. Now, Caden, any other sports that you play at Billingsley or just basketball?
Yes, I play football, basketball, and baseball.
Come on, all 3 seasons. All right, what's your favorite?
Probably football.
Basketball's the right answer to that. I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding. That's all right. The same question, Jay. You play any other sports?
Football, basketball, and I'll throw shot put.
Okay, track and field. Nice. All right. Well, same question to you, Kyle.
Football, basketball, baseball, and on track.
Busy guys, I'm telling you what.
Small school ball.
I tell you, it never stops. Even during the summer, you're still training for one of them or working on them. Talk about that, any of the guys, the players. Talk about off-season training for basketball. Do you do anything specific? Maybe some team camps? What would that look like in the off-season?
In the summer, we went and played at, was it Hoover or something like that? We played at Hopeful, and then a few years back, we went and played at like a little tournament thing. So we don't just completely just not do it. We do it for them.
Well, there's only so much time in the day.
We have to share.
Sports.
We have to share, so it's not You know, we get our weeks that we kind of set aside for basketball or baseball or whatever. And then, you know, kind of we get into the, once that kind of gets through, we kind of jump right into football then, and that's kind of the sport that we concentrate on at that point.
Certainly. Well, Coach, give you about a minute. Any parting shots, anything you invite fans out?
Sure. Yeah, we would love to have anybody come out and join us. I think we'll create something that's exciting. We want to have a good time. Our guys will work hard. I think that we'll play well. You know, so I just encourage everybody, if you get a chance to come see us, come check us out. We've got a nice place. Our gym is a really nice place. We don't go anywhere that, in a 1A that's got anything nicer than we do. So we do appreciate that, and just thankful for what we've got.
Fantastic. Kyle, J.K., Coach, thank you so much for being a part of the media day today. Good luck to you on the upcoming season.
Right. Thank y'all for having us, and we want to thank the whoever puts this on, Talga County School Board, and all those that make this happen. We appreciate them doing that for us.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you, guys. Good luck on the upcoming season.
Thank you.
All right, we're back now with the Billingsley High School Lady Bears basketball program under head coach Angela Jones. Coach Jones, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for being here with us. Ladies, if you don't mind, just we'll go down left to right. You just share with us your name, your natural position on the court, and what grade you are in school.
Shelby, I do a little post and guard, and I'm a senior.
All right. And her phone's talking to us right now. She won't serious. All right, next up. All right, I get half of that.
I'm Bishop guard in
Junior? Okay.
Lady Jones guard senior.
All right. Well, Coach Jones, I think you know Elena, don't you?
Yeah, I do. You stop laughing.
I'm kidding. Why don't you kind of like we talked with Coach McClain, take us through last season a little bit. How did things go? Because if I remember correctly, you've been coaching a long time. Was that year one back at Billingsley for you?
No, I've been here this will be on fourth year.
Fourth year, that's what it was, okay.
So we have still some unfinished business.
Sure.
Yeah, so we got runner-up in the area.
Close.
Yeah, we should have won it. But still, so there is unfinished business. So like this year is where we're gonna, really, we've been working hard. So, then we went to sub-regionals, we got beat. We're up by 20 and then ended up getting beat by 2, so we gotta finish, we gotta learn how to finish. That's our goal this year, so.
Fantastic. Expectations for the coming season, what you looking for? I mean, you kind of alluded to that. I mean, unfinished business. It's clear where you want to
I
go.
tell my girls, I expect us to win every day.
Sure.
It's not just every game, it's every day.
I like
that I want to win. So to do that, we had to prepare all year long. Started from last year, to our coming year. But of course, we win area this year. Some seniors that are right on board with our program. So it's very important. I feel like we win area and move on. And like I said, we have to learn how to finish.
Yeah.
We start the game, we just struggle finishing.
Now, how have you ladies been practicing, Coach, or anybody? I mean, when's the official start, or when was the official start date?
So we started, well, you had your 2-hour week that you could do. So I guess that was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So, but we do these all summer long.
Right.
For fitness, conditioning, weight training. I think that's vital important. When I came to Billingsley, it was a building program. It wasn't just to win every single game or to win a championship. Of course, I want to do that. But you first have to have a program.
Sure.
And in the past, the years that, have gone down, the program have gone down. So we're still building, that's what we're still doing.
It's gonna be a little upsetting to lose some seniors, but we have a lot of girls that are coming out, they're gonna be able to take those positions and that's try and go for it.
Yeah. How does flag football factor in as far as preparation-wise? Because I'm guessing you have some girls that double up, or?
Yeah, we have girls that do flag football, so, this year they're the only playing on JV schedule. It really didn't, interfere that much with our program, but they're building, like I said, they did the same training all summer long.
Yeah.
So they're with us all summer long, because they're training for flag football and training for basketball. So it's kind of worked out.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, besides here, we got Shelby Boyce. Shelby, thanks for being here today. Why don't you just talk about a little bit about your role with the team?
Really just help lead the younger girls step up in the positions that we lost last year.
I hear you. I feel like you bring a lot of fun to the table. You got a great smile. I mean, do you help keep things light? I don't think you like microphones, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that either. Elena, I think you're the coach's daughter.
Yes.
What's that like?
like? Tell us, I mean, you must be the most hardest coach player on the team.
You think maybe?
Yeah, just a little.
And how do you respond to that, though?
Just know that it's for the best of myself and
Sure.
everybody, and just I know how she wants things to be done, so it helps also lead the girls
Yeah.
a certain way.
That's an interesting point, because I've known a lot of coaches' kids, and they're kind of like coaches on the floor a little bit. Is that kind of the role you play, you think?
Yeah, I do.
Does she do what the head coach says, though?
Yes.
Of course. Camilla is a junior on this team. You've been a part of the program for a while. Talk about your role with the team this year.
I'm a defensive player, so
Okay.
just focus on defense and stuff.
Okay. So you're that person that likes to just kind of give trouble to whoever you're guarding.
Yeah.
I like it. What style of play, let's go back to Shelby. What style of play ideally would you all like to put on the court? I know sometimes the other team dictates what you can do, but if you had your way, what style of play do y'all want to put out there? Or you can default to coach, that's okay. Coach Jones, you address that.
I am a defensive coach, so, but in the past, we've been able to, we've had girls that are really fast, really strong on both ends, but this year, with us losing guards, we lost 2 guards last year, from this last year, and, so we've had to kind of put people in positions that they're not comfortable with.
Sure.
So it's gonna be it will be a different style of play this year, but I do like to run the floor. I'm a
Yeah.
defensive person, but I wanna get the ball out, and I wanna see making layups when they get it.
I like it.
So.
Well, Elena, being the coach's daughter, I mean, like, and I hear her say defense. Is that all over the court defense, or half court, or a little bit of everything?
We do both. We do
Yeah.
court and half court, so, I mean, we're just defense all the time. That's all we do is defense.
I like it. Well, and like you said, defense a lot of times turns into layups.
I can win 1 point.
Layups are the easiest shot on the
At the end of the
floor.
game, if I'm running the floor still, and they're not running, we're gonna win.
I like it.
All it takes is 1 point. I don't need 20 points.
I like it. Let's see, Camille, let's come back to you. Being a student athlete, talk about things in the classroom too. What's it like kind of juggling that balance of athletics and then education as well, academics?
It's kind of hard, but I
Sure.
just go with it.
I hear you. Anybody want to speak to that? I'm guessing we have all 4.0s up here or higher, right?
They better.
Right.
They're going to tutor.
Well, talk about academic standards a little bit, Coach. Sure enough. I'd love to hear about that from a coach.
Well, I do expect them to do their best. in the
Sure.
classroom. So if you can't have it in the classroom, it's really hard to do it on the floor. Athletes are smart people. They're not just out there just doing whatever. They're smart. Athletes are smart.
Yeah.
It takes a smart one to be an athlete.
Love it. And they take that same dedication. A lot of times they apply on the court, put in the classroom too. Well, Coach, give you about a minute, just kind of to wrap us up for this time. Upcoming season, what you expect, anything for the community to come out, anything you want to say, the floor is yours.
My biggest goal is to make sure my girls are successful in life. So, are we successful on the court from day to day? Are we improving from day to day?
Yeah.
I expect us to win this year. I do expect us to be, we're going to struggle maybe in the beginning.
Sure.
By the end of it, all this is practice we do the area play anyway. So, we'll take a year and go till the end, and hopefully we on the top. Of course, we're going to win a state championship.
Oh, yeah.
We all want to win that, but, and hopefully we'll be there.
There you go. Well, ladies,
Thank you guys so much.
thank you so much for coming out today. Good luck on the upcoming season.
Thank you.
All right, fans, we'll be back in just a few moments with Marbury High School, some sports. One more Billingsley. Look. All right, fans, welcome back. We're joined this segment by Billingsley's indoor track and field team under the direction of Coach Lynn Bland. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing great, thanks.
Thank you so much for being with us today. Let's go ahead and meet everybody, and then we'll come back around to you. Why don't you just share with us your event or events, plural, your name, of course, and then your year in school.
All right, thank you for having us again. I'm Kaden Bland. I'm a senior, and traditionally I run the 800 meter, and this year I'm planning on competing in high jump, the 1600, and the 3200.
How about that? Nice. All right.
I'm Zara Estrid. I'm a senior in high school, and in outdoor track I run the 100 meter hurdles and the 100 meter, but in indoor track I plan on doing the 60 meter dash.
Okay.
I'm Colton Lawrence. I'm a junior in high school. I do a lot of long distance and middle distance, such as the 400, 800, and 1600.
Okay. Now, curiosity, you cross country too in the fall, or just?
I was, but I was struggling with foot injury, so I was unable to this year.
I got you. Well, you're just resting up, right? Getting healed up for track. I like it. Coach
Yes,
said
sir.
thanks. Well, Coach Bland, tell us a little bit about the track program. Obviously, you got 3 athletes here with you. I'd imagine there's a few more that participate. Tell us a little bit about the team.
Billingsley has a long tradition of really strong track programs. Coach McLean that you talked to before, he's coached track before, and they've had several times where they were state runner-up. I think there was a state championship in 1989. There have been a few years where the program kind of fell off a little bit.
Yeah.
This is my 4th year, and I've tried to give the kids a new challenge every year. We've tried to add something to challenge. So last year we started the cross country program, the first at our school, and they've done well. Both teams last year and this year have progressed to the state championship meet. Then this year we're adding indoor for the first time. It's just going to give them a new opportunity to experience a new venue, a new environment, and just kind of allow them to really focus a little earlier in the season. They tend to practice better when there's a competition coming up immediately. Right. So just give them a little more focus in practice, I think.
Now, speaking of indoor track, I mean, how many schools in the county participate in that?
I think we're the only one.
How about that?
I think it's just us. So we're just willing to try anything. Or I say, hey guys, we're going to try this year.
Yeah.
And they get on board and say, okay, well, I guess so. We'll just go do it.
Fantastic. Now, I think myself and the fans listening or watching, we can understand if I'm coaching football, I'm getting my whole team to execute a play together and go in a direction, or basketball, here's the goal. Track, it's a little different. You got events all over the place, kids. How does that work? Talk about that a little bit.
It's usually pretty much a circus.
Sure. Organized chaos.
And it requires a lot of student leadership.
Oh, sure.
So we, in practice, they're divided up, and we're running from one place to the other, and the sprinters are waiting to hear what their training is for today, while the distance runners are running. And I'm screaming times at the distance runners while the sprinters are running their sprints, and the throwers are off somewhere, hopefully not knocking on a window in the school building. So it does get to be a bit of a circus, but then at a meet, the athletes really take charge. They know how to highlight the heat sheets, and they tell the older kids, tell the younger ones, you make sure you're in this heat, this lane, this light, and it really takes a lot of student leadership to make it all work, and they do. They're so responsible. I don't think I've ever had anyone miss a heat or miss a flight. because they just take charge of it when they get there.
That's fantastic. Well, that just kind of leads you straight to Kaden. I'm guessing by the last name, that's probably your mama sitting beside you, right?
No, she's my older sister.
So, talk about that role as a leader out there with track and field. I'm assuming you take that on.
Absolutely. So she's kind of forced me into the position of being a leader. Why are you laughing? It's true. But I couldn't be more grateful now. When it first started, I'll be very honest with you, I was kind of mad at her for forcing me into it. It was not something I wanted to do. But then I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit of time once I realized that this is such an individual thing and my success is completely up to me. It's just as hard as I want to work. And she says that to all of us all the time. Your success is up to you.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to accomplish is just how hard you're willing to work.
Fantastic. That's great. Zara, how long have you been participating in track and field?
I've been participating since track very first started, and the more I do it, comes almost like a second nature. So it's really fun, honestly, and I don't have any regrets.
Yeah. Fantastic. Now, Colton, it takes a special person to want to run a long way. And I'm going to tell you what, I only do that if somebody's chasing me, and they're going to catch me pretty quick. So what drives you to run that distance? Man, where's it come from?
I wish I knew.
Right.
Ever since 7th grade, I've just been running with Coach Coggins whenever he was here, and I was playing Kane. She was just like, hey, you want to run? I was like, sure, might as well. And I guess I've had a lot of success from it, and that's what keeps me going, is people are supporting me and pushing me to be the best person that I can be on the track, in the classroom, wherever. So I guess that's what keeps me pushing every mile.
Fantastic, because there's got to be something inside you, or externally and internally, that keeps you going, because there's times when you're running long distance where you just want to quit.
Absolutely. I've considered just dropping out a lot of times.
Sure, and what keeps you going? I guess it's the people, you, right?
Can't quit. You have to finish. There's no reason to quit. You're already so close. Why stop?
That's a look. I have to take home, man. Can I talk to you? What's up?
Yeah, but in practice, he quits about twice a week.
Oh, what's up?
He says, this is it, I'm not coming back. A couple times a week.
Well, and that's one of the beautiful things about sports. Coach wants you to speak that a little bit, and track and field is no different. That there's life lessons in there. I mean, I just heard him say, you can't quit. You're so close. You can't quit. Well, that translates into life. Talk about that a little bit, Coach.
Well, running, whether it's short distances or long distances, or in Zara's case, those hurdles, which by the way, are way taller than they look. It's incredible, and she does an amazing job at that. But I think in all sports, but certainly in running, it requires a mental toughness that they can take into the rest of their life, and they can apply to the rest of their lives. I tell them so often, you win your medals at practice and you go to the meet to pick them up. That's what we do, and we have to, and it's hard because we don't have a track facility at our school. We're running in the parking lot, or we're running around the practice football field. We're running in the wet grass and the mud, and we have hurdles that fall down. Like Zara has to reset them up because the wind blows them over, and so that the mental toughness that it takes to do that and to keep coming back and doing it every day really translates to the rest of their lives, and it makes them able to handle adversity.
Yeah, that's excellent. Kaden, now I'm curious, I'm just going to ask you, for those of us that aren't as informed on track and field, I understand individual races, the winner is the winner. Team-wise, how does that work? I mean, scoring, how do you win a team competition? Or is that even a thing?
Well, there's certainly a way to win a team competition. There are relays, for example, and those are really great. I've run with some really incredible girls, and we've certainly had some celebrations. You spoke with one of our girls' basketball team members that I personally ran with on a 4x400 meter relay outdoor, and I can safely say that was one of the most thrilling moments of my life when we won the sectional meet during that. And there's also ways to win state championship team track meets. So that's incredible. But I feel like you can also
win in practice together.
Sure.
Personally, I feel like there's a way to win that through achieving bonding.
Mhm.
When you finally get into that cohesiveness, when you finally come together and become a family, that's what I feel like is win.
Fantastic.
And as far as scoring, they do, it's scored by, if you place in the top 8 in an individual event, you get a certain number of points for each of those, and then those points are added up at the end of the meet.
Gotcha.
So track and field is kind of a numbers game.
Sure.
You want to try to fill your events, which is hard at a small school to do that. But we're recruiting and we're sharing athletes. We share with, you've spoken to several of our track athletes that play basketball. They also play baseball, they play softball. So we're sharing athletes. So that's a little tricky. And indoor track is a combined classification, 1A through 3A.
Oh, wow.
Compete all together. So, but our athletes are never intimidated to compete against a bigger program. We just try to recruit and place people in the best position to get the most points.
I love it. Zara, I'll come to you for one, just briefly. Hurdles. Why would the world would you want to run, have to jump over a drag? I mean, talk about that a little bit.
It's kind of difficult at first.
Sure.
It was a little intimidating, actually.
Yeah.
Difficult, but like the more that I did it, the more that I practiced doing it, I actually got the hang of it. There's still some things that I do that aren't completely correct, but I'm still like working on doing it the best way that I can so I can get even better at it because I do enjoy doing it. So it's
Fantastic. Excellent. Coach, I give you about a minute just to kind of wrap up. Anything you want to talk about? The floor is yours.
Well, it's a privilege to work with these athletes
Sure.
and to watch them succeed. Track is both an individual and a team
Sure.
sport. So some of these athletes have the opportunity to achieve something as an individual athlete that they might not have in any other sport. They might not have that opportunity for individual achievement, and then they also get to compete as a team. It's the most uplifting. I think it's the only cross country and track are the only sports I've ever been to where everybody cheers for everybody. They make friends when they're standing in line waiting for their heat. The athletes all cheer for other schools. The fans all cheer for kids that are not their own kids. So it's really exciting to be a part of it and to watch them succeed.
That's fantastic. Listen, guys, thank you. I guess any time out of school is a good time to spend it, right? Yeah. But thank you so much for taking the time out being here today. Good luck on that upcoming season. Thanks again so much.
Thank you for having us.
All right, we've got up next the Marbury men's basketball team with Coach William Turner. Coach, how are you doing this morning?
Doing very well, thank you.
Good. Thanks for coming out. Let's meet the guys to your left and right. I'll let you introduce yourselves. Why don't you give us your year in or name, obviously, year in school, and then your position on the floor that you like the most.
All right, I'm Jamar Brown. I'm a junior and I play guard.
Okay.
I'm Jalen Hall. I'm a sophomore and I play center.
And how tall are you, sophomore?
Like 6'4".
Come on, man. You're going to grow a little bit more. That's awesome. Well, Coach Turner, welcome back. Good to see you again this year. This is year 2 for you with the men's. Because I like to say replacing a legend, Coach Brown. I mean, he's a pretty good coach. He's been doing it a long time. That's right. That's right. Why don't you take us back to last season a little bit, kind of give us a recap of how that went.
Not bad in the first year. We doubled our win total from the year before.
Sure.
We went 11-15. We are your.
Yeah, bring that mic a little closer. Yeah, you're good.
We are your Watauga County champions.
From the county tournament?
So,
nice.
These 2 guys are 2 of my returning starters from that team.
Yeah.
11-15 overall. Obviously, would have loved to improve that. We had 4 or 5 of them that could have gone either way.
Sure.
Just as easily been a win 15-11 as we were 11-15.
Yeah.
And we're looking to make that transition this year and take the doubling of our wins to winning season this year.
Yeah.
Have increased our number of games for this year as well. We added 4 more, so we do have 30 for the season. And
awesome.
We're looking to win as many of those 30 as we possibly can.
Yeah. And speaking of schedule, and I maybe should ask this earlier, I'm assuming you got a JV program and varsity.
Yes, sir.
How does that schedule work? I mean, do you try to make them all happen on the same night, or are there separate nights? How's that look?
They do. It's generally going to be your JV's going to play about 4:30. Varsity girls right after, and then varsity boys will play after that.
And then do you have a freshman program as well?
We don't.
Okay.
It is something that I have talked about, but
Sure.
did not pull the trigger on for this year.
Well, sometimes the numbers aren't there. I mean, you got to have enough guys to do it.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was very close.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, why don't you talk about style of play, kind of like what I asked the coaches so far. If you can play any way you want, what style suits this team that you've got this year?
If it was up to me, we would run the whole time.
Yeah.
It'd be nothing but man-to-man. We'd be getting shots off within about the first 12 seconds across the half-court mark.
Sure.
That would be the ideal for me, but it'll play out however it ends up playing out.
That's right.
That's ideal situation, ideal world, perfect, scenarios.
Yeah. All right, Jamar, how long have you been playing basketball?
I've been playing since I was 4 years old.
Okay. And then playing varsity at Marbury for how long?
I've been starting varsity since my freshman year.
Fantastic. That's great. And tell me again, you said you were a junior?
Yes, sir.
So you still got time to go. You got a sophomore and a junior with you. That tells me the future's bright. That's always exciting. Why don't you recap last season a little bit from your perspective?
Last season, it was a way better season than my freshman year.
Yeah.
We could have had more wins, left some on the table. We was the area champs, county champs, but we lost the first round playoff game at home. We want to improve from there.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes you got to just kind of experience that, not figure out how to win, but you got to figure out how to win close games after a while. And it sounds like y'all have learned that. That's exciting. Jalen, let's talk about being a young guy. I'm assuming started last year as a freshman.
Yes, sir.
Sophomore this year. Talk about your role with the team.
My role for the team is defense, like rebounding.
Yeah.
Scoring a little bit, post work. That's about it.
I got you. So offensively, what's your wheelhouse? You a back to the basket kind of guy, get on the floor, face up, doesn't matter. What's your play style personally?
I like to post up a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, as big as you are, people can't do anything with you, right?
Yeah.
All right. Coach, talk about the rest of the roster. I know you don't just have 2 guys. Tell us a little bit about the depth you got.
We do have a lot of depth this year and I'm going to include my JV kids in the mix, 29 kids in the basketball program, 3 seniors.
Yeah, wow.
The whole mix, that is correct. So we're very young, but there is a ton of talent. The 9th through, really I'll say 12th grade, but 9th through 11th grade specifically as far as numbers and actual talent is pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
One school to have, especially a 5A school. So
yeah.
I'm really hoping that I can capitalize on it and get all that talent moving in the right direction. Our varsity team should be pretty good. We weren't as guard heavy last year as I tend to like to be. We were long. We were absolutely huge. We had 3 guys, I think, that were 6'4", at least 3.
Yeah.
So we're really, really long, but we didn't have as much guard play as I generally like to have on my teams, and I think that will change and transition this year. We're still going to have some length, but we're going to have I think our guard play is going to be exceptional, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about how it is. Now, we are young. There's going to be hiccups along the way.
Sure.
There's going to be bumps along the road. But I've got a lot of faith in these guys, a lot of faith in them.
Speaking of depth and future, just because it's on my mind, I think the middle school started last night. They had a ball game, played Prattville. do you play a little bit of a role with the junior high, middle school program? Do they use your system? Like, how's that work?
I actually go over there.
Yeah?
I've spent some time over there this summer. They don't get to do a lot because they have issues of sharing athletes too.
Sure.
In the middle of their football program. But they dedicated a week, and I went over there for 3 days and implemented, real basic type of stuff and showed them some of the drills and things like that. And I went to another couple of practices. They were dedicating their day before their middle school football games to just basketball. So I'll go over there and kind of help out some of their practices over there as well.
Fantastic. And I think it plays such a key role for the future.
It does.
Be getting your fingerprints on those guys that are going to play with you in the future.
You get your face seen and let them know you're serious about having a program, not just a year-to-year JUCO type situation going on.
Yeah. Jamar, talk about team goals for this upcoming season. What are some team goals that you guys have?
We just want to win, get to the playoffs, and that big game right now.
I'd like to see doubling the wins again. And that's a big jump from 11 to 22. That sounds possible, very feasible.
I think it's something we'd like to accomplish.
No doubt. Now, Jamar, talk about personal goals for the season. Is that something you thought about? Is that something you laid out?
I just want to be a leader for my teammates, so we can win. That's what we want to do, to win. And just score, play defense.
Yeah. Jalen, being an underclassman, physically you don't look like a young guy, but you are. Talk about your role in the team as well.
My role in the team, like I said, is rebounding.
Sure.
Being a leader.
Yeah. So what does leadership mean to you? Like what does that look like, being a leader? Elaborate a little bit.
Helping young guys out. People my grade, keeping them upperclassmen. Just a leader.
I want to be coaches on the floor, kind of, or extensions of the coach on the floor, maybe. That's awesome. Well, Coach Turner, any wrapping up thoughts, anything that you want to cover? It sounds like a fun product that basketball's going to be on the court for Marbury. Invite people out. What you got to say about
Yes, I think I told everybody to get their popcorn and come on out. That was my quote last year. I'm not going to do that again, but it's going to be a fun product. We have 3 away games to start the season. November 20th is our first home game, and we get an opportunity to play the team that eliminated us last year. That's some intent to a chance. That's what we're looking for in any opportunity. Any game we lost last year, we just want another chance. That's for sure.
I got you. Well, and I was going to wrap it up, but I've got one more question. Scheduling-wise, you introduced an interesting topic. Do you shoot for play? I mean, some games you're just locked in. They're area games you're going to play.
Absolutely.
On the games that you can pick up, is that a thing, trying to play teams that, hey, I know they're better than us, but we want to get to where they are, so we got to play the best. The Ric Flair thing, right? You be the best.
Look at our schedule, it is loaded with 6A. We're a 5A school, and it's 6A pretty much all the way through until we start playing I think Selma, who is a perennial, really good team in 5A. So we've got them on the schedule, and everything else is 6A or better, or a really good team out of your 3 or 4A type of competition.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Good luck on the upcoming season. If we can do anything for you, let me know.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, have a great day.